Okay, so here's an update that a couple of people on YouTube have been asking for on the solar system here. Okay, so what's been done since the last couple of videos? I have installed the pure sine wave inverter, which I think I covered in one video. I also installed the grid tie inverter, which is this, but it's not wired in yet. And I've got to get some wiring done. I added 8-gauge cables here, which is about as big as you should ever need for solar stuff. Although the jumper cables between batteries are I think 0-gauge or 1-gauge. I still want to do some color coding on that. I mentioned earlier the little tips for these buggers. I thought I was getting ripped off at $3 each. But I'm going to show you some other little tips for connectors for solar panels when you get into like the real house and professional grade stuff. There's some others out there that are an even bigger ripoff, and I'll show you those in a little bit. But this is my charge controller. It is now reading 94%, and it's been stuck at 94% for a couple days. So these batteries I got used. These are 100 amp hour Powersonics. That there's a local guy here in Portland who buys these from hospitals who use them in emergency backup systems that by law, either law or insurance regulations, I'm not sure which, but they have to replace those every year or two. So instead of paying $250 a battery, I pay $80 a battery, okay? And if I sell them on an installed unit, hey, you know, I make a little percentage, but I won't charge more than $100 a battery. And you know, I'm using brass for the screw connectors and everything to get the most efficient connections. Now, on all the American panels and the higher end Chinese ones, they're using connectors other than these car stereo things. But I'm going to show you a little bit about that. So with a pure sine wave inverter running, I've had the microwave going, but it doesn't run very well on all of this, especially since I've got the hot water going. So some people have made recommendations for a more expensive brand of inverter. I don't know yet. You know, we're going to see what happens with this stuff. So I've got outlets installed. We've got I've got this power strip basically running into the inverter. And then now we're putting another power strip running to that. Now, there's no way in hell I'm going to hook up 14 different items to this simultaneously and expect them all to run simultaneously. But, you know, rechargers for rechargeable stuff don't draw a lot of power. So if I've got, you know, different types of cell phone, laptops, small electronic devices, yeah, they can all charge off this system as long as they don't add up to too much, because this whole thing is, you know, it's not rated for a hell of a lot of power, and I've got a power strip off a power strip. But the thing is, it's nice thick gauge cable, and I don't have to go unplugging and replugging stuff into the regular outlets, which right now, because I've got the trailer's main power cord here, instead of being plugged into like, you know, like a campground or trailer park outlet, it's just plugged into the inverter and feeding power to the rest of the rig. So with it feeding power to the rest of the rig, the microwave was working, but obviously didn't make any popcorn. So that's a problem, and I don't know what's going on with that. It's either the microwave or we're not getting enough power. So that's a no-go right now. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But either I've got a bad microwave or we're not producing enough power, because this microwave does not take 2,000 watts. According to the inverter, we're taking 1,200 watts right now, and that's running the fridge. And then I've also installed the in-sink hot water heater, and which is underneath here, maybe kind of hard to see in the dark. But it's in-sink hot water heater, which gives me boiling water, so like I can make this mountain house stuff or ramen in a hurry, okay? But this is kind of a cool thing. I'll turn on the hot water, and you can see right there, see how that's boiling? That's hot water, and that's kind of cool. You hear it boiling. I'm still kind of adjusting the temperature on that stuff, so right now, yeah, we're gonna unplug that. It's still got to regulate itself. Anyway, oh, that wasn't the thing boiling. That was the popcorn going. Finally, okay. So I don't know what caused the microwave to kick off the first time, but now it's working. But basically, with this microwave, either it's a shitty microwave or I'm not getting enough power to it. You pretty much got to cook everything at about twice the time that whatever the label says. Okay.